Hello everybody, welcome back to Beating the Odds. It is Saturday, September 21st, 2024. We are back with our college football best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach and welcome to Beating the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results. So overall, we're on a 24-9 college football run. Yesterday we went 2-2 overall. Members only best bet, Nebraska, -7.5. So many points left on the board. Also, that should have been an unnecessary roughness in the first overtime. But you know, it is what it is. Nebraska probably wasn't going to win undefeated. Tough it happened in Illinois, but we should have covered this game in my opinion. But guess what? You can't do anything about it. Still lost money. Members only San Jose State +12.5. Everyone called me crazy. The dailies who bought yesterday, a few of them hit me up and were like, "Are you serious right now?" I was, and they ended up almost winning that game. Maybe could have, and maybe should have, excuse me. We did get the cover, so who cares? Stanford +8.5. That was a win. I said it was going to be a field goal game, and it by definition was. And then with the under 43.5, Nebraska and Illinois. Altmaier played out of his mind. I mean, good for Illinois, but that was a tough L. Overall for the year, though, we're having a great college football year. 35-20, 18-6 on members only best bets. We're running a 75% rate right now, and we have a big video for you guys here today. I have 6 picks I'm going to give you guys here on YouTube that I really like. We also have 4 members only best bets today, along with 2 MLB, so 6 in total. And our members only right now for the college football is hitting at a 75% rate, 18-6. You can get all our members only best bets at zdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the comments below, so definitely go check that out. As a member, you get all our members only plays every single day, which was profitable best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you have a direct line to me. So any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting. Any of our free picks do on YouTube, send to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines, early odds. Website zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So let's jump into plays that we have today. I'm going to get started with our first play, which is going to be the BYU +7.5 versus Kansas State today. BYU is going to be at home. There's something about these Utah teams at home at night where just things get spooky, like things get nuts, but that's not the reason why I'm picking them. First off, the sharp money's all over BYU here. BYU as big road dogs have covered these numbers easily this year, and in a lot of cases won outright. This time they're going to be at home. Kansas State coming off the biggest win of their season, beating Arizona last week. By the way, we had Kansas State -7.5 as a members only best bet, our biggest bet of the whole year, and they freaking went way over that number. It wasn't even close, which was awesome. And Kansas State is going to be a little bit one-dimensional. I mean, Avery Johnson, they were really creative against Arizona to get like open receivers that he could just basically just lollipop passes into. I don't think BYU is going to let them do that defensively. And if they can't do that defensively, it's just going to be the Giddens and Avery Johnson show, just running the ball over and over and over again. And because of that, it's going to be a shorter game. I don't think they're going to have time to put up. I mean, they're going to have time, obviously, to have 6, 7, 8 possessions, but I don't really see them be able to win this game by 20 or 15, 20 points. I really like BYU to cover this game. Kansas State had a huge win last week. Again, we had that as our biggest bet of the week last week and biggest bet of the season. But for me, BYU getting 7.5 points is way too much. Plus, his number started at 9.5, and it's already down to 7.5. Give me BYU +7.5 versus Kansas State today. Next, go with Houston +3.5 versus Cincinnati. Sharp money's all over Houston today. I don't think Cincy's very good. I think they're actually pretty shitty. The Cincy home field isn't much to speak of, and Houston's had to have time to transition from Dana Holgorsen, their new coach. They've had 3 weeks to do that, and they've been playing better every single week. They've been improving while Cincy just hasn't been. I love Houston today +3.5 versus Cincinnati here today. Next, going with SMU +2.5 versus TCU. These teams always play each other really tough. I think this is a little bit of a bounce back compared to last year for SMU. I just don't, for me, I think whether you put Stone in there, whether you put Jennings in there, both these quarterbacks are solid. They're both very good. Both have serious flaws, but they're both very, very solid. TCU's got a really strong offense, and honestly, both these teams are mirrors of each other. They both want to play really, really fast. But the biggest difference here is this. First off, SMU is going to be at home, and SMU's home field against TCU is going to be over the top. I mean, it's going to be insane. But on top of that, the defense for SMU has gotten so much better because SMU has spent some serious money, and I mean serious money on their defense, and you can see it. Their defense is playing actually really well this year, and their offense hasn't played up to snuff, which I think will turn around eventually. But the issue with this SMU team has not been their defense. It's been their offense and some dumbass penalties, but, you know, it is college football, so we're going to have those. I really like SMU today to win. I'm going to take the 2.5 points because I'm getting 2.5 points in case it goes like double or triple, triple overtime or something like that. But for me, like, SMU's going to win this game. I love them here. If you want to get a little frisky with it and get a really nice plus money play, go bet the money line, but it's SMU plus 2.5 all day long here. And by the way, before I get to our next pick, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these college football videos every single day. College football's on, along with the NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA. We're after our first 15,000 subscribers, so thanks for watching. I'm excited to have y'all here. Let's go keep winning some money. So let's jump in the next play that we got. Next play is going to be West Virginia money line versus Kansas. I really like West Virginia here in this spot. The sharp money is on Kansas, by the way. And normally I'm a sharp money player. I don't like playing public plays. I just don't normally like that. But here's the thing: is that are we convinced that Jayden Daniels, for not my Jayden Daniels for the Redskins, he's fantastic, but this Jayden Daniels for Kansas, are we sure he's good? I don't think he is. And the fact is that he lost a ton of confidence last week against UNLV. UNLV snatched Daniels' soul. And if you watch that game, especially in the third and fourth quarter, that dude did not have an answer for anything that UNLV threw at them. And I think a better coached West Virginia team and a better West Virginia team is going to be able to see that and be able to like exploit the issues that Jayden Daniels had. On top of that, Riley Green is a lot better than whenever UNLV had a quarterback. They run the ball better, they have a better defense, and they're at home, and their season is on the line, and you're going to have a quarterback that's having confidence issues going into West Virginia. God help them. I love West Virginia here in money line versus the Jayhawks today. Next, we're going to go with Minnesota +3 versus Iowa. Minnesota is better than people think. I think this is a field goal game either way. If it is a field goal game, or at least push if Minnesota loses, I think Minnesota will win. Iowa, the sentiment is payback for Iowa from last year because it was a horrible call. I think Cooper DeJean was the one who was returning that kick. But they had a horrible, horrible break, Iowa did. And the whole world is like, well, Iowa's going to bounce back because of that. Dude, that's nonsense. I think Iowa's defense is not as good as last year. They're still very good, but they're not as good as last year. On top of that, the offense they're saying, this new look offense, they're not nearly as good as people think. And are you really going to trust Iowa? Like offensively, are we really going to do that? And I think that Minnesota's got a better quarterback because they got rid of that Greek dude from last year who sucked. And PJ Fleck is at home. The environment's going to be through the roof. And I'm getting 3 points. Give me Minnesota +3 versus Iowa. And then we're going to go with JMU +10.5 versus UNC. UNC's on their third quarterback in 4 weeks. Might be fourth quarterback, actually, but at least 3 quarterbacks in 4 weeks. There's no continuity whatsoever. Matt Brown's a great coach, and a lot of their skill guys are gone in the NFL when Drake May left. JMU, on the other hand, has a lot of continuity. Now, you can say, well, Zach, they had 1 million transfers to Indiana. Of course they did. I'm saying for this year, these last 4 weeks, they have a lot of continuity. They've got better and better and better, and I get 10.5 points at UNC when they're not going to have a huge home field advantage because no one really cares that much. They're a basketball school, obviously. They're also down to their third quarterback, so there's lower expectations in UNC. And JMU has had the reputation of giant slayers, winning games they shouldn't, but definitely covering games they shouldn't. The sharp money's all over JMU today, and I like their continuity. And you're going to tell me a third quarterback in 4 weeks for UNC due to injury? That sucks. So I'm rolling with JMU +10.5 versus UNC today. Now, like I said, guys, you have 4 members-only best bets in college football, 2 in the MLB. Our members only are hitting a 75% rate. You can come and become a member at tdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the comments below. But guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.